By the end of the next 6 minutes, you will be able to speak a complete, fluent introductory conversation in Scottish Gaelic. We are diving straight into the language of the Scottish Isles, a place where daily interactions on ferries and in local shops are anchored by the structures we are about to learn. To make this work, grab a pen and a piece of paper. As we move through this lesson, we will build a customized, reusable script step by step, specifically tailored to you. True language acquisition starts by adopting usable, practical formulas that allow you to communicate immediately, rather than waiting for perfect grammatical mastery. Let's build yours. Step 1 is greeting someone directly. Let's say you are talking to a friend named Tormod. In English, you say the name exactly as it is. In Gaelic, speaking directly to someone triggers a specific change. When addressing someone, the name enters the vocative case. First, add an a. Next, the first letter is lenited, an H is inserted, softening the T to an H. Finally, slenderize the ending by adding an I. Tormod becomes a Thormoid. There is one exception to keep in mind. If your partner's name begins with a vowel, like Alistair, you skip this process entirely. The name stays exactly the same. Let's write down the first line of your script. Write the word hello, followed by your partner's name, properly adjusted for the vocative case. Addressing someone by a modified version of their name is a distinct feature of Gaelic conversation, marking the transition to talking directly to them. Step 2 is the check-in. The most common way to ask someone how they are is "Cimera thathu." Looking at this diagram, you can see how Gaelic differs from English. English uses subject-verb-object. Gaelic is a verb-first language. The yellow verb tha comes first, followed by the blue subject me. Literally, I am well translates to am I well. You have a few options for how you feel. You could be gama, well, ski, tired, or trung, busy. Add the next block to your paper. Write the question, Kimar atu, and then your answer, starting with ta me and your feeling. To keep the conversation moving, you bounce the question right back to them by asking, Kimar atu fain, how are you yourself? While counterintuitive at first, placing the verb at the start of the sentence establishes the core rhythm used for nearly every statement in the language. Step 3 is exchanging names. In English, we ask, what is your name? In Gaelic, you literally ask, what is the name on you? To ask this, you say, Day on time a tort. To answer, you use an emphatic form of the word I am, which is shismisa, followed directly by your name. Add that to your list. Write the question, Day on time a tort, and underneath it, write your response, shismisa, and your name. In Gaelic, names are described using the preposition on. Instead of having a name, you effectively carry it. Step 4 is sharing where you are from. You ask this by saying, Koas athahu. When you answer, you have to navigate a brief grammar choice. You will start with thami, but then you have to choose between two prepositions, a or us. This comparison shows the rule. Use a for standard places, like a California or a Scotland. You only use us if the place name includes the word the, such as the United States. Fill out the fourth section of your script. Write down the question and then your response, making sure you select the correct preposition. Choosing between these two forms ensures your sentences follow the grammatical requirements of the definite article. Step 5 is concluding the conversation gracefully. First, say thank you, tapalet, then bye for now, tiri anjusta, and to reply back, say marsin let, same to you. Go ahead and finish your paper by adding these final exit lines to the bottom. Knowing how to close an interaction removes the anxiety of getting stuck. Having an exit strategy gives you the confidence to initiate the conversation. Look at your paper. You have just built a complete, highly structured 10-line Gaelic dialogue. Now it's time to actually use it. We are going to do a real-time test. I will play the role of the host and read the prompts. When I pause, you must read your custom written replies out loud to the screen. Hello, fas grama. possess a practical, tested framework that you can take into the real world to begin connecting with the Gaelic community.